loves, welcome. I'm Millie Santiago, and today I'm going to talk to you about VSG pre-qualifications. I get this question all the time. What does it take for you to even get the surgery date? My surgery for VSG, vertical sleeve gastrectomy, is not until October 10th, but I want to talk to you about the process that I'm going through currently to get to that point. So don't mind me, I'm going to be looking down at my notes. So I have Yale Health Plan insurance, so it's a private insurance through my employer. So my pre-qualifications are a lot different than your other standard insurance companies like Aetna or Blue Cross Blue Shield. So the appointments that I had to go through in order to get the surgery date, first step was to go to attend a bariatric seminar. And the bariatric seminar is just a group of people, and it's basically an information session. It talks about different options that you have for bariatric surgery and just some information of things that you may be going through for each process, and things that you may need to do or change or discuss with your doctor in order to get the surgery date. The next step was to have a visit with my primary care provider, so my PCP. So I had a visit with her and spoke to her about my interest in getting bariatric surgery. And so we spoke about it. In the past, I have been on weight loss medications, so we discussed that. And I've been with her for a while, so she knows my ups and downs and my weight, how it's gone up and down. So she put in the referral for me so I can join the bariatric program. After that, I met with the surgeon, the GI surgeon. So here is where I spoke with my doctor about the options of bariatric surgery. So we discussed gastric bypass versus vertical sleeve gastrectomy. They don't do lap bands anymore because people were coming back to get the lap bands taken out. So in my practice, or the practice that I'm going to, they no longer do lap bands. So it was gastric bypass or vertical sleeve gastrectomy, gastric sleeve. So we ended up going with the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. That was what we decided what was best for me and my body and my health. At that time we discussed also, because I have an umbilical hernia from me being pregnant. I have two kids. I have a 5-year-old and a soon to be 8-month-old. So I have an umbilical hernia, and with my last baby, I have 2 boys, I was in and out of the hospital trying to get my hernia pushed back in. So she did say that at the time of my vertical sleeve gastrectomy that she will push in my umbilical hernia for me and then cover it, try to tighten the hole as much as she can. So she's not going to repair the hernia at that time, because you do need to lose a significant amount of weight first before they can repair it. So she's going to do what she can to push it back in and try to prevent it from coming back out until I can get it repaired after my significant weight loss with the surgery. From there, I had a psychiatric evaluation. So they want to make sure that you're in the right headspace. They want to make sure that you're feeling good about it. This is something you're taking seriously. It's not just a whim of, oh, I think I'm just going to get this surgery. And you need to be in the right frame of mind and the right headspace really to go through with this, because you will be having some emotional battles. I do suffer from anxiety. I am currently seeing a psychiatrist and a therapist, so it's not to say that if you have issues that you won't be approved. It's just a specific process. They want to make sure that you're in the right frame of mind, you're getting the assistance that you need, because there's such thing as body dysmorphia, and the way people around you respond to your weight loss will affect your mood. And they just want to make sure that you have the proper support and that you're in the right frame of mind, you're in the right state of mind, and you're able to cope with the changes that are to come. And just because I know of this and the situation doesn't mean that I won't be able to handle it, or that I'll be better equipped to handle it because I already know about it. I do know about it, and I should be able to have better steps to be able to overcome those obstacles. But it's not to say that it won't be easy. So I am better prepared and mentally prepared with this psychiatric evaluation. They did give me some tips and tricks as to what to do when I run into certain obstacles. And it was really helpful. So it was really informational, very helpful, very insightful. I appreciate that provider. He was really great and very patient with me. My next appointment after that was my nutrition appointment. So I met with the nutrition. I only needed one appointment. I know most insurances, they require you to have like about 6 appointments, one every month, and that you need to have progressive weight loss. And I didn't need any of that. I just need the one nutrition appointment. And there she gave me a lot of information and supplies as to what I would expect to need prior and after surgery. So she gave me a pamphlet, and in there was the pre-op diet, supplies that I'm going to need, the post-op diet supplies that I'm going to need, the vitamins, the medications I'm going to need, how to take them, when to take them, how to take them with water, with meals. So she was really great. She was very informative, and like I said, she had everything printed out for me in a pamphlet. So I have all that information there readily available for me. And if I have any further questions, I can always contact her and ask her, because I only had the one session, so everything was kind of crammed into that one session. But it's not to say that just because I only needed one appointment that I can't reach out and schedule another appointment for follow-up information or just message her. It's just I only needed the one appointment to be approved for surgery. So your team is there to back you. They're there if you have any questions. You can always ask your providers. You can always ask them for additional information. It's not a one and done situation. Just because I only had the one appointment doesn't mean I can't go back. Even with the psychiatric evaluation, he said if I hit any roadblocks or I'm having difficulty processing a situation, I can go back and speak to him. So the fact that they're there and they tell you that they're there for you, they're there to support you, they are your support team. So it's really important that you do find a group that you're comfortable with, that you feel that you can go to and talk to them about any issues that you have. You want to have that neutral comfort, so that if you have any issues, you can go to them and you don't have to be stuck in this limbo or wondering, what am I going to do? You have your team, you have your support. After that, my last appointment, these are appointments that I've already done. I had an exercise appointment. So that was actually a telehealth. It was a video visit. So we did it, through Zoom. And I just met with like a exercise instructor, gave me some tips and tricks as to what to do, what I'm expected to do, within the first few weeks, within the first few months, how I should be progressing, some short-term goals before surgery. And again, he's there as well. If I feel like I'm falling off the wagon, or I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or I find that I set goals that were unrealistic, I can go back to him and say, hey, what do you think some new goals are for me? Or I hit my goals. What are some other goals I can do? So again, not a one and done. But I really like that exercise appointment. And they actually had, he told me about a walk that they have for their bariatric patients. So it's all of the bariatric patients, whether it's lap band, gastric bypass, vertical sleeve gastrectomy, any bariatric surgery, they all gather together, and it's a walk for bariatric patients, and it's I think a 2-mile walk or something by the beach. And I love that idea. So you can literally connect with the community around you, people who live in your area, and ask them about their journey and how they're going and what they're doing, because everyone's journey is going to be different. 10 people can have the same procedure on the same day with the same surgeon, and it's still going to be a different journey for each and every single one of those individuals. So my next appointments that I haven't done as of yet, you're going to need to do your pre-op diet appointment. So they're going to give you detailed specifics of what you can and can't do prior to surgery. I know they already told me that that's going to be my liquid diet, 2 weeks of liquid diet. So they're going to further instruct me as to what I'm going to need, what times I can schedule myself, the tools I'm going to need. So that's going to be the pre-op diet appointment. And then I have a pre-op appointment with the doctor. So the pre-op diet is going to be with someone in general, speaking of what we're going to be eating. The pre-op appointment with the provider, with the doctor, is going to basically cross your T's and dot your I's. You're going to go over lab work again because you will need labs. And speaking about labs, so when I met with my surgeon on that visit, that's when she had me do labs. So the lab work composed of your CBC with differential, your vitamins, testing to see if you might have H. pylori for any gut issues. They test you for drugs, marijuana, nicotine, because you can't be a smoker. So if you are a smoker, I think they require you to quit smoking 2 months prior to surgery, because that can really affect with your healing process. So, and they assist you with that too, I believe. If you are a smoker, they do have a program for smoking cessation so that you can quit smoking prior to your surgery, because they really want the best for you. They want to make sure that you get everything that you can out of this surgery and be successful. That's what they're doing. This is all setting you up for success. They don't want you to fail. They're doing all of this for you and giving you the tools that you need and assisting you every step of the way that you need. So I did my levels, my labs. My vitamin D level was low. So they put me on a vitamin D regimen, and I do have to retest in 2 months to make sure that my vitamin D levels are back up, because you want to start with a good slate. You don't want to be deficient in anything, right before your surgery. So they want to make sure you're up to par and you have a good base before you do surgery, so that again, they're setting you up for success. They want to make sure that you're doing well and that you succeed. You're doing the steps that you need to be taking. So after the labs, they're going to be asking you for more labs. So that's what the pre-op appointment is with the doctor. They're going to have you do your labs again just to make sure you're still at the same spot. For me, they're going to be making sure that my vitamin D levels went up. And after that, it is surgery day, October 10th. I cannot wait, surgery day. After surgery day, I already have my post-op appointment scheduled. So I'm going to have, so similar to the pre-op appointment and then the pre-op with the doctor, you're going to have a post-op appointment with a bunch of different people, a little group of people that just had the surgery same day or within the same time frame. And we're going to talk about what we have been doing, what we're going to be doing, and what we need to be eating for the next week or two. So those steps. Then you have your post-op appointment with your doctor, just to make sure, one-on-one, that you are doing okay, you're doing well, just to make sure that you're not in any sort of pain. You're going to have some discomfort. Some people are going to feel more pain than others. Like I said, everyone's journey is different, but those are the 2 appointments that I have scheduled after surgery. Some key points I want to point out. I don't need to lose weight prior to my surgery. I know some doctors do require you to lose 10 or 20 pounds before your surgery. I'm not required to. The only thing I do need to do is that liquid diet for 2 weeks prior to surgery. And I know even then, some doctors do 1 week, some doctors do 2 weeks. I think some do like 3 days before surgery. Everyone's journey is going to be different, especially if we're going through different surgeons. And that's it. So that is all your pre-qualifications. This is all the information and all the appointments that you need just to get up to surgery. So my next video, I'll probably talk about what I've been doing so far between now and my surgery date. Right now it's just the pre-qualifications. Like I said, I have Yale Health Plan for insurance. Your insurance is going to be way different, and your pre-qualifications are going to be a lot different than what I need to do. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to drop a comment. If this was helpful to you, please like, subscribe, share it with others that you, if you know anyone who's going on the same journey. I want to be very transparent and tell you about my journey. And I wanted to do it before I had the surgery. So I want you to see, you know, my state and how I am right now, and my frame of mind, how I am right now. And I want to take you with me through my journey as I progress, and hopefully, you know, we grow where we want to grow. We're going to set some goals, and we're going to hit those goals, and we're just going to take this one step at a time. All right. So thank you guys for coming, and until next time, see you guys.